Today on The Struggling Guitarist, we're going to struggle through Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. Let's get started. Ooh. So today on The Struggling Guitarist, we're going to be doing a classic. This song was originally written for Syd Barrett, who was suffering from schizophrenia and drug use, and the band really wished that he was connected with reality. And David Gilmour wrote this because he missed his friend. Now, unfortunately, I can't find a lot of trivia about this song. It's really, the biggest and coolest parts about it are about how they created the cover album. The guy who's on fire was covered in some sort of glycerin, and basically they had to constantly take it and early days remove and build up magenta and cyan to cover up the shininess of the jacket. He also wore a fireproof neck guard and a fireproof wig. Once again, these things had to be altered in the days before digital, so that's pretty amazing. Anyway, we should get started. Let's get going. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a G shape, but we're going to make a full G here. Now, we're just in this shape. What we're going to do is we're going to hit the 3 and open and hammer on with that 2. We're going to play an open of the 4th string, and then we're going to play the 2 of that string. Now in this case, I do like to shift my middle finger down, so it's on top of that string. So you see I kind of alternate between my index and my middle finger there. Then what we do is, there's 2 different ways to do this. I know, we run into that all the time. Every time we see a different tab, you see something different. One way is you could leave that finger down on that 2 there, leave that open, and those on the 3s, and just play those 4 strings. Or you can plant your index finger down there on the 2nd as well and get a little bit of a bass. That's the way I like it. It sounds a little bit beefier, but I don't think it really matters. Do what feels nice. Now the strum we're going to be doing here, down, down, up, down. Now, David Gilmour, if you watch his stuff, he never plays it the same way twice. We're going to try and fix that a little bit by choosing a strum that we can kind of do throughout the whole thing. However, as you get more comfortable with it, start to flex and go with it as he does. We'll talk about that later. So once again, down, down, up, down. At which point we're going to leave our fingers in these and we're going to go to the 3rd string here, which is open. We're going to come up to the 4th string, which is a 2, and we're going to let go. At which point we're going to shift back into that G shape, and we're going to do down, down, up, up. One is down, down, up, down. The other one is down, down, up. And the reason it does that is because when we come back in to repeat, it starts a little earlier. It starts on that 3 again. Now, you're going to do this 3 times through. However, on the 3rd time through, the 2nd part, so instead of playing on the 3rd string here to the 4th string and then off like we did before, what we're going to do is we're actually going to just scoot up a string, starting on the 4th string on the 2nd fret, and we're going to do 2, open, move up a string, 2, open. And at this point, I'm just going to shift my index finger down 1. So now, once again, we are playing those 4 strings that we were talking about earlier. Now, you could also remain consistent and just put your middle finger there. That might be better. Consistency is almost always better. But we all know I am not consistent. I think we got to face it, right? I need to work on it, but we got to face what we are. So, at which point we go back into it a 4th time, However, we're not going to hit the 3. We're going to go straight into the hammer on of the 2. Same strum, the 2 open. We're going to do a 5th string, open string, and then a hammer on. And another strum. Then we're going to go to a G. Let's try it again, nice and slow. To the G. This is an E7, I believe. Like that, you've learned the intro. Let's keep moving. Hey, while we're at it, if you're finding any of the guitar techniques or songs that we do here helpful, please hit the subscribe button and get notified. I'm here to support you, and hopefully we'll get better together. Anyway, back to the song. Now on to the solo. So there's actually 3 different solos. We're just going to work on the first one today. I don't want this video to be too crazy long. So the first thing we're going to do is you can either slide using your ring finger or middle finger. In this case, I'm going to use my middle finger, and I'm going to slide from the 2 to the 4 on the 3rd string. Then I'm going to put my index finger down on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. And now the 5, up to the 4, to the 3. Then we're going to scoot up a string. We're going to hold down both these strings. That's the 2 and the 4 fret. And we're going to do a double pull off here. To an open. Then we're going to go up to the 5th, and we're going to slide from the 1 to the 2. And we're going to do 2 opens on this 4th string. So that's going to sound like this. Now we're going to move on to what's a little bit trickier, and I definitely get stuck during this part quite often. We're going to do 2 strings here. We're going to play the 3rd fret of both the 1 and the 2, and we're going to slide up from the 3 to the 5. Did I say slide down? Well, you're going to go up, slide up, and then slide down. Let's do that one more time. At this point, you're going to shift. Your index finger is going to go to the 2nd fret, 3rd string. Your middle finger is going to go to the 3rd fret, 2nd string. That's tough. And you're going to slide from the 2 and the 3 here to the 4 and the 5. Slide back down. Then you're going to slide back up. Move your fingers down back to the 2 and the 3. Take your fingers off, play an open there. And then you're going to reverse it. So now you're playing 4 and a 5 on the 2 middle strings. So at this point, you could wait for the next part, or you could add in the... Once again, you're going to slide up from the 2 to the 4. We're going to go the 3, the 4, the 5. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. We're actually going to flex this 5 up 3/4 of a bend and back down, and then you're going to play the 3. the 4, back to the 3, over to the 2, up 1 string there. So that sounds like this. At this point, we're going to move up to the 4, and we're going to bend up half a step. And then go down a string to the 3, to the 5. Now this 4 is a full bend, which I have problems with on this guitar. To the 2. Let's try that again. Let's move on to the next part. Once again, we're going to slide from the 2 to the 4. 2, 3, 5. We're going to do 2 string bends on the 5 there. The first one you're going to go up, cut out, and then the second one you're going to cut up, go up and come down. To the 3, to the 5, to go up a string to the 2. Then on that same string, the 4 to the 2. And back to the G. Let's try that again. And then you go right into the verse. Now the verse is actually just made up of chords. Basically what you're going to be doing here is we're going to come up with a strum, down, 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 up. And we're going to do that twice through for each of these chords. Okay, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Now remember, especially here, this is where you can really start to flourish, really start to just strum and make sure you're hitting your parts. We need to start somewhere, right? So let's start with down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So the first chord we're going to have is the C. However, what I'm seeing is they do a D with an F sharp in it, which is actually, they're also playing this top E string. My hands are big enough, I can curve my thumb over. Then we're going to go to an A minor shape, to a G, back to a D, to a C, to an A minor, to a G. Now let's add in that strum. And like that, you're done with Wish You Were Here. So thanks for helping me struggle through Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd today. I love their stuff so much. They are gods. And this song in particular just has always really stuck with me. In fact, one thing I didn't even mention before was when I was in high school, dinking around on a guitar, you know, the kind of dinking that you don't actually learn any chords, you don't learn anything, you just learn how to play a little riff here or there. This is the one I learned. It's got a special place in my heart, and I'm glad we were able to do it together today. Anyway, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on The Struggling Guitarist.